Hey everybody, I'm super happy and excited that we are here right now. It's just me here right now. But I'm super excited that I am here and that you will hopefully be here. Like you will be here, obviously, if you're hearing this later on. Actually, to be completely transparent, I don't know what we're gonna talk about, but I couldn't be still. Like normally when I just have this like restless feeling, it's some huge massive message that needs to come through. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna show up, and I can see that actually somebody's here with me right now. So if you would let me know and say hi in the comments, that would mean a lot to me, because it just felt like this is such a huge important message that needs to come through for earth angels, for future mothers. We need to explore what we know to be true inside. My biggest belief and what I see all the time with my clients is that we have such a huge mission on planet Earth, and it triggers the whole infertility story so that we can start to wake up. And this is so important that we start to tap in. And I had somebody actually yesterday ask me if I wanted to come on to her podcast and to share this message about like how we need to follow the soul and stuff like that. So I was like super happy for that. And I was like, yes, of course, I would love to do that. I did an other interview. A guy interviewed me a few years ago, also about my work and my business, and that was an absolutely like super beautiful conversation. You know, I just love when people understand the importance of what we do here, what fertility alignment does. And all of you who are struggling with the fertility and you don't know like what is going on, but you know deep inside that there is something that the doctors don't see. I went live earlier today on my Swedish channel and I talked about like, because I got an impulse, like just share with people how they can boost their chances before they do an IVF. So I did that, but at the same time as I was speaking about that, I was like, I don't really like, yes, I can give tips on how to improve your chances for IVF, but at the same time, I don't really stand for this, because what I stand for, and that did also come through a bit in that video, but what I really stand for is that you have the power within yourself. You can tap in to that enormous amount of power that you have. Earth angel, you have such an enormous amount of power, and it makes me so happy when women are showing up, finding my work, and they understand that, hey, fertility alignment and me, we are different. We're very different than normal. Like if you would go and see a fertility doctor, or even if you would go and see a acupuncturist, Chinese herbs, whatever, blah. I tested all of those stuff when I went through, not all of them, but many of them when I went through my whole fertility story. And the interesting thing is that I never really felt a trust in any of them. They couldn't explain to me. I was like, I went to this, so I lived in Luleå, which is the northern part of Sweden, and I found a Chinese herb person in Stockholm. So I was like, okay, I gotta go to Stockholm and see this Chinese herb person. And she was like, let me see your tongue. And I showed her my tongue. And she was like, okay, you need this and this and this. And I was like, why is that? How will that help me to get pregnant? And then she said to me, she was like, well, your body is just very complex. I can't explain this to you. You just need to like take this stuff. And I paid a lot of money for that. And it just didn't feel good. I was like, I don't know if I can trust this person, because she doesn't explain to me. It was always that the power was in somebody else's hands. And that's the same thing when we go through an IVF process or any form of like fertility treatments. Many times the power is outside of ourselves, and that is what I really don't resonate with, because I know that you have so much power within yourself. You have a tremendous amount of power within yourself, and I believe that this is the super important message that you absolutely need to hear. If you know that it must be more to my life than what I'm currently living, you need fertility alignment. You need alignment with your fertility. Just let that sink in for a bit. You need that. You need to understand your true power, to tap into that power, because you have forgotten that power. You have forgotten how extraordinary much power you truly, truly, truly have. Why do we forget? As we come in here to planet Earth, we tend to forget who we are. Some people remember, but most of us don't. I didn't remember. I've tapped into that later on in my life and realized how extraordinary, powerful I really, really am. And this is why I've also opened up the private sessions. They're back. Like for a while, I just felt that it wasn't my plan at that part of my life to do it. Like I only took on a few clients, which I still do. I only take on a few clients to provide like super, super, super like high result for people, because I don't teach you stuff what to do. I help you to discover your own truth and then implement it. That's the thing. I rewire your whole mindset. I rewire your whole like soul concept. I rewire that stuff for you so that you can go out in the world and be who you are meant to be. Because as you are being that woman, the mother that you know that you're supposed to be, you will become her. But that in order to actually be her, act like her, you have to transform the belief stuff that you have within yourself right now. And that is so important. Because if you are an earth angel, if you don't know if you're an earth angel, make sure that you truly subscribe to your channel and that you have pressed the notification bell, because many people have told me like I don't get notified when you upload stuff and I don't know why. But just make sure that you ring the bell, not on my door but on YouTube, the YouTube bell, so that you will get the updates, because there will be a video coming out like 24 signs that you're an earth angel, so that you can start to understand like, am I really an earth angel? Because I believe most likely you are. I see there are so many common traits between us earth angels, and we are here on planet earth having no idea what we are doing. We just feel a bit lost. We feel like earth is not our home. We feel like we have spiritual gifts that we are terrified of seeing. And if that applies to you, by the way, if you are terrified of like seeing your own spiritual gifts, and you want to like be comfortable in seeing them so that you can actually make money from them, because you have come here with your spiritual gifts so that you can make money from them, because a lot of people need you. You are fully and truly needed on this planet. And as soon as you start to follow that soul's plan, you are aligning with your whole fertility. And then there are certain cases where there are also fears, like from the subconscious mind, fears holding you back from getting pregnant, like fear of death when giving birth, or fear of blood, or fear of needles, whatever it can be. And that we can fix in a few sessions. This is the powerful stuff with the tools that I use. I used to have so many fears in my life. And the more I have removed the fears with the same methods that I help you with, the more amazing and magical my life has become. So I sat earlier today, I was like, very soon, I think we're going to buy that land here in Sweden, because like I just see that so many things are possible. Like our dream when we moved back to Sweden from Bali, our dream was to have an apartment in a dream location in Stockholm City, and like a summer house by the water somewhere in Sweden. That was our dream. And now we have manifested our dream apartment, which I'm in right now, in a dream location in Stockholm City. And the next thing is to have that dream house by the water, because I love the water. I love to be by the water. And I can see myself like rowing the boat and stuff like that on the lake or on the sea, whatever it's going to be. It's going to be awesome. There is so much potential, ladies. This is what I want you to understand. Like, there is so much potential. And it just feels like the message is so big. And I know that several of you are going through a lot of, like, it looks like shitty stuff on your fertility journey right now. So these are ladies that have been testing all the different things. Some of them have tested IVF and it didn't work. And some of them just felt like, no, IVF is not the right thing for me. And then we are starting to work together, and they are starting to be more and more empowered and realizing more and more their own truth. And then they are starting to realize, like, and also getting the message from the babies, like, I'm actually in the wrong relationship. So many women get this message: I'm in the wrong relationship. That may have been a good relationship when you were the old version of yourself, that you were unhappy to be that old version of yourself, because obviously that old version of yourself, you were actually stuck. And some women are definitely meant to be with their partners, but they're realizing that I'm not making enough money, or I'm in the wrong job, or I'm living in the wrong place, or I want more freedom, whatever it can be. There are so many different things, but this is about alignment. This is about finding out what is fertility alignment for you, and then go and fix those things. That's what my whole program, Becoming a Happy Mother mentorship program, is about. It is about, like, helping you to understand, to realize, where is my ideal motherhood, and then, like, walking on that path to actually align yourself with that motherhood. Because when you're out of alignment, you can't manifest the stuff in that you want to have in your life. But as soon as you become in alignment, you can manifest fast like crazy. This apartment, for example, it took me 2.5 years to actually be in alignment. Like, there were a lot of stuff I had to work through in order to actually become in alignment. But as soon as I became in alignment, I manifested this apartment within like 3 weeks. From like, yeah, everything was super, 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 super fast. And that was the same thing with my boobs. When I Because it took me about like 2.5 years also there to actually align with feeling okay with doing a boob job, because I had this like misshaped form on my breast, and it was only a cosmetic thing, but it really impacted me a lot, and how I felt about my femininity and stuff. uh, but I had so many fears, and it took me 2.5 years to become in alignment. But as soon as I became in alignment, the doctor appeared. He had a waiting list for 1.5 years, but he took me in within 3 freaking weeks. From three Within 3 weeks, since I first found him till I had my surgery done, it was 3 weeks. So I skipped the whole line, the whole waiting list. I manifested that. And I asked him later on, I was like, how was that even possible? He was like, well, I felt that I did have an opening, and I felt that you were the person that I wanted to bring in. And I'm like, this is incredible, because this is what happens when we become aligned with the things that we want to manifest. And if you have that feeling in your life that, hey, I really want a bigger life, I don't want to lock myself into a boring mother life, like a Svensson life that we say in Sweden, which is like you go to work and then you come home and then you have kind of a stuck, boring life. If you don't want that, you're not supposed to have that. But if you right now don't know how to get yourself out of where you are and into the life that you want to have, you probably need help, because we can struggle for ages on our own. But isn't like, yes, you will do an investment to get help, but the question is, what does it cost you to not get the help? What is the cost of you being there 5 years from now and still struggling with the same stuff and issues in your life? Because chances are that that's what it's going to be. Because if our subconscious mind has the same kind of settings, we will create the same kind of results over and over and over and over again. Yes. Anything else? No, that was apparently what we needed to get out right now. Please let me know what you took away from this. What is the biggest thing for you that you realized from all of this? And please also let me know if you like the format of me just jumping in live, saying what I know needs to be said. And you can kind of chit chat with me. Like, this is a good thing. When you see that I'm on the live stream, you can jump into the live stream and you can send comments. which is amazing because I love to interact with you. Like the other live training that we have, the freedom training for all of you who feel like I really want freedom in my life. I feel suffocated from my job space and I don't want to be there, but I don't know how to make money otherwise. That training is for you. I would highly encourage you to start with part one, because if you jump into part two, it's not going to make sense. It is hilarious though. The beginning of part two, just gonna warn you for that. It is absolutely hilarious. I laugh so much. But I would highly, highly, highly recommend you to go and start to watch part one first. I mean, this is a movement, and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for myself, honestly, to be completely transparent here. I'm so grateful for myself that I went through all my struggles and then I took all those struggles and turned them into something that is now helping so many, like I was going to say millions of people. I don't know if I've reached millions of people yet, but I definitely know that I've reached a lot of people. And a lot, like all the like when I go through the document of all the testimonials that I have from my clients, I'm like, are they talking about me? And then I realize, yes, they are. They're talking about me. They're talking about the work that we have done together. You can go and watch them. There are so many incredible, incredible beings that are sharing their stories. Like, can I share a link here in the comments, maybe? Or in the description box below? Maybe I can share that. Yeah. What site will I share? I think I will share with you, like in the comments below. I think I will share, yeah, I will share both my Swedish site and my English site. Uh, yeah, because on those you can look what other people are saying. Like the English one is not so updated, but the Swedish one is very, very updated. So yeah, with that said, I'm sending you so much love, and please let me know what you got out of this, because it just felt like, okay, if this can resonate with one of you, that is probably that one person that I needed to go live for. It was for you. It was for you that I went live. I'm gonna see a client now very, very soon, so I'll have to jump out. But I wish you a super, super amazing, lovely day, and I see you in the next video or live stream or whatever we're gonna do the next time. Thanks so much, love. Bye.